Good morning, everybody. Foodie had a 15-minute live. Groundbreaking news. She admits, well, the small admittance. Can't multitask, but we knew that. But that's okay. Look, to be fair, it is hard to walk and talk and read the chat at the same time. Granted. Especially when you're huffing and puffing and literally trying not to die at the same time. And she's done us a service by not making us listen to her huff and puff. So she did us a fave. She did us a props. Thanks. Fist bump, Foodie. But her channel is in limbo. It is in absolute limbo. And I think today, the fact that she did a 15-minute live and she knew she had nothing to talk about. Frankenpooper came into the chat now, Foodie. This is really important, so I need to lean to tell her this. If you are talking to Salah on Messenger all the time and getting picture updates about the cats and the hamster, the cat and the hamster all the time, then why do you need to talk to him and ask him questions in chat? Why can't he just sit silently in the background like the numpty he is and moderate and block people and look out for nefarious questions regarding his private practices, the poop play, and doing weird stuff to Bibles, just making sure that you're curating the chat and keeping it clean so people don't remember what a disgusting deviant your husband is. Let him just sit in the back and moderate. Why do you need to find out the dailies during chat? Talk to your chat. Salah's not there to provide you content. Your chat is. So whenever you waddle up to your car, plop down and decide that I've brought nothing planned, I've got nothing to do, we're not going anywhere, and you weren't even kind enough to bring a snack today. It's the first live you've done without eating something, which we love. We absolutely love that. No chopping and slewing. But, it was only 15 minutes long. I mean, she usually has about a half an hour time barrier before she needs to put something in her mouth again. I mean, something to eat something, I should say. So that's why there was no food. The live just wasn't long enough to create the sense of hunger, so she needs to chomp on something. But so what were the highlights? She put on her glasses, fumbled around in a bag for a while, put on some hand sanitizer, then put on some hand cream. And by the way, why do you have the textured skin of shark?
Of course, I appreciate and take into consideration your suggestions. There's no problem there. But, yeah. It's just too, chaotic walking and talking and reading the chat. I like to just, die and huff and puff in peace,
You have shark skin. I could hear the visceral scraping sound of your skin. I imagine you'd be like marshmallow or kinetic sand. You know those weird kinetic sand balls that you can get? That's what I imagine Foodie feels like. She's squishy but firm at the same time. But you could you'd leave your fingerprints in the skin. But no, she's just all loops and hooks. It's weird. She makes that sound when she puts the cream on. I would suggest that maybe you start to, I don't know, bathe in virgin tears or something like that. Something more extreme than Lush, because Lush ain't cutting it. I don't know what's up with that. Talked about her sandwich, her Mount Vesuvius of a sandwich, like it was 4 sandwiches in one. But it was the healthy option. I don't know how she figures that. There was not a piece of lettuce to be seen. It was just mayo, butter, and turkey, and half a loaf of bread. But okay. It's not McDonald's, which I had yesterday, by the way. Jelly. I bet you jelly. She had that. Fumbled around in a bag. Forgot to put perfume on because perfume's important for live streams. We don't have smell-o-vision, thank God. What else? There was the mosquitoes. She got an appointment today. That's about it. It was a nothingness. It was the black hole. She's got to start doing something more than that. But this is the content. This is the content that she thinks that she deserves extra tips for. Hand cream and mosquito talk. And the most annoying husband in the world. Oh, I forgot. She was asking big life questions. big life questions like back knee. And she confessed that she doesn't get acne around her chin. Now, why is that, Foodie? Why is that? Because you touch your hijab 75 times a day. More than 75. It'd be 75,000. That's why you get acne around where the hijab is. Because you don't wash your hands. Even though you put on the hand sanitizer, clearly not enough. You try washing your hands. Try washing your hands. It's because you touch your face and you touch your hijab so much. That's why you're getting the acne. Lush, you could wash your face 3 times a day in Lush. It's not going to change anything. Stop touching your face. Because we know you're never going to take the hijab off, because the hijab's the problem, because that's where the bacteria collects and then sprouts on your face. But if there's one thing from her newfound faith that she's going to hang on to, like Jack hung on to that door while he was floating in the sea waiting to drown and freeze to death. He clung to it till he could cling no more, is the hijab. She's going to wear it until literally unless she starts getting a rash on her scalp, that thing is going to stay. It's going to stay. And it's got nothing to do with faith. It's all about chin shame. She's ashamed of her chins. I mean, imagine being one of Chantel's chins and just, they're like a red-headed stepchild. Just never to be seen, not to be heard, tucked away. Imagine how her chins feel about being the black sheep of body parts. She'll show her fupa. She'll show her titties. She'll show her fupa balls. But chins, nah, that's going way too far. That's too much. The viewer cannot possibly see the jelly under her chin. No, that's too far. So that's why we're going to hang on to that hijab. Back knee, back knee, or no, she's not giving it up. It's the barrier between her dignity and no dignity. It's all about the chins. I mean, she's doing us a bit of a disservice, but we know it's there. It's like a mole. It's like a mole that you can't not look at. We know the chin's there. Like, it makes it more noticeable. Like, you're looking for it even more because she's trying to so desperately cover it up. Chantal, you really need to get some hobbies. You need to find some outside interests. I would even take Lego at this point. You know, I hate the Lego strings. I hate it when Amber does the Lego. But I would even take Lego. Adult colouring in. Counting clouds. Nonsensical tree talk. Sketches shopping. Wine. Oh, no, I can't do wine tasting. Go and collect some leaves and some sticks and glue them to a canvas board and call it nature art with Foodie Beauty. Do something, anything. Just, this car sitting is just not a go. At least in Kuwait we had windows and curtains and candles and lamps that we can make stupid conspiracies about. You've stripped anything of interest from your channel to stop us from coming up with wild scenarios, but you've taken all the flavour out of your f***ing channel. You've taken everything fun away from your channel. For us, for your viewers, for the beezers, for the trolls. Your channel is now beige. It's not even black and white. There's no contrast. It's just beige. Like my wall behind me. It is beiger than beige. It is boring. And you are the only one who can change it. But you're not gonna. As long as this gives you a tiny little bit of money, enough to feed yourself, enough takeaway to keep you going, she'll keep giving this CPR dummy, CPR resuscitation, thinking that she's bringing it back to life. But it's a dummy. It's not real. It's not alive. Just like your channel. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I've got to say. I watched it so you didn't have to. But if you want to waste 15 minutes of your day listening to nothing, go ahead. Go watch Foodie Beauty's stream from today. Hi, guys. Now, I was just splicing together my little video from before. And Foodie Beauty has done a vlog. Now, she's sitting there and she's talking about, she's on her way to buy cheese curds, by the way. Thrilling stuff. Fancy. Barbecue flavoured cheese curds. Who knew it was a thing? But anyway, she's sitting in the car And she's trying to explain to the audience, us, who've been watching her for 7 years, that we don't, okay, wait, it's a punchline, it's really good, that we don't understand how much of her day is taken up by thinking about food because she's an binge eater. We don't realize, us, we are uninformed about how much she obsesses over food. We are unaware of Foodie Beauty's constant thinking about food 24/7. So when she said that she woke up at 9 o'clock and she hasn't eaten until 12:30, I call bullshit. The fact that she hasn't gone 3.5 hours without eating anything, I call bullshit. She dreams about food. She talks about food. She reminisces about food. Food is a comfort. Food is nostalgia. Every single vlog and every single live, except for the live that she did this morning, she's eating. We know how obsessed you are with food. We know you are an binge eater. And the fact that she's like trying not to binge today tells us that she's binging while she's been there. Oops, I almost dropped my iPad. I'm getting too excited. That she's been binging because she's trying to not stop. She's trying to stop herself from binging. Means that she's binging now. She's in a current state of binge. You're not telling us anything we don't already know. We know. We know. Who are you explaining it to? Not us. Not us. She explains to us that she's going to buy the small bag of cheese curds because she's aware that cheese and cheese curds are a trigger for her. They are a red light. They are a trigger food. So what does she do as a strategy to try not binge eat? She's going to go to a dairy farm that has a cheese company on it for lunch. She's going to go to a place that specifically makes one of the most triggering foods for her as a method to not binge eat. Sounds like a foolproof plan. Sounds like a really fantastic idea. I think it's going to go well. I don't think she's going to go home later and buy a whole bunch of cheese or get a cheese pizza or make a cheesy pasta or a cheesy lasagna to try and get around her now newly formed obsession with something cheesy because she didn't get anything cheesy at the place that sells mainly cheese because she was restricting herself because she's trying not to cheese. Because once she sees it, she's going to want it. That's how it works. That's how it works. You see it, you think about it, you assess about it, you say no to it, and then or you can still think about it. So then you go and probably have something worse. That's why it's called triggering, because it triggers something inside of you. And the only way to get rid of that when you haven't eaten it is to have the thing. Yep. Great plan. Excellent plan. I can see it going really well. And guys, just so you didn't notice, Foodie had to point out that, have you noticed she's been really positive these days? No, I haven't really noticed that at all. I know you haven't been community tab raging, and I know you haven't been doing ragey vlog streams, but then I don't think that's got anything to do with this new change in her attitude. I think that's got more to do with the fact that you got timed out for 7 days for talking about Kalari. I think the naughty chair worked. It realigned your crappy attitude. It's got nothing to do with being peppy and trying to be positive and changing. You got timed out. That's going to hit your hip pocket. You don't like that. You realize that you have been checked. You got checked, boo. You got checked. You got body checked by YouTube. That's why you're more positive. It's got nothing to do with being enlightened or trying to improve your life. Stop it. And in saying that, I'm going to give it about a month before we get another rager. She's going to give herself a little bit of a buffer. There's no way she's going to be able to keep it up. She's going to have a rage at FFG. She's going to call out whoever she wants. She's going to come on live and be smug and snarky. I say it's what's going to set it off. Probably when she gets back to Kuwait, when she's in the safety of Frankenpooper's lanky, scrawny little arms. She's going to feel like a smugness and a safety barrier. The fact that she's in Kuwait, she's back in her home, a newfound homeland. She's going to get those Fupa balls are going to drop and she's going to get back on it. There's no way she's not. She's going to rage again. She will rage again. Don't worry, guys. It'll just be a little bit of a timeout. It can't last. It won't last. It's Foodie Beauty. Like, comment, subscribe, and here are the best bits. Bye.
Taylor Swift. I don't care about Taylor Swift. When you're like trying to sleep and then one is like buzzing around your ear, that annoying noise. Now, whoops, I poured the whole thing by accident. It's just not necessary. Whoa! Oh, my thing is gonna fall. Ew! I'm tired of this Kia. I'm tired of this Kia. What I do is I open the cheese like that. Pretty easy to open. Hold on, guys. I need my... Hi, everybody!